everyone, my name is Marie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So first of all, Happy New Year. This is my first video of 2023. I can't believe we made it, but yeah, so Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you had a fun celebration. And yeah, so it's January now, fresh start. And this is my very first video of the year, so that is kind of exciting. I did build this one over on stream, as you can probably tell by the cat cam in the corner. She will be there for a while and then she'll be gone, and I think then she's gonna come back at the end of the video as well. But right now, sadly, she is just showing us her butt, but that's okay. Her face will be in the video as well a little bit later on. So that's cool. But as you can see, we are working on a snowy house in the world of Montgomery, which is of course the world that came with the Snowy Escape expansion pack. And I'm building in the snowy area. So this is not me turning on snow, like making a lot snowy for the purpose of the build. No, this is actually like the snowy area, the snowboarding, skiing area of Montgomery. This is snowy year round, which I always feel like is such a cool feature because even if you don't have seasons, but you do have this pack, there is always going to be snow in your game. You can always travel to somewhere where it's wintry and snowy, and I just think that that is really cool. It's such a fun addition, in my opinion. And yes, I'm just fiddling around with the shape of the build. As you can see, I was working off of a reference picture that I will try and remember to put in the video. This picture actually also had a floor plan on the image itself. It's a really old image from like a magazine from, I want to say, the 60s or something like that. The 70s maybe, I don't really know, but it's a really old like image, and I was actually very inspired by the floor plan. So I tried to actually follow the floor plan as closely as I possibly could, and I think it turned out really, really cool. So yes, this house is definitely on the modern side of things, mid-century modern that is. So it definitely has some mid-century modern vibes, but then I made it more like contemporary modern as well. So it's definitely a mixture of mid-century modern, but then also the like snowy escape type modern that we got with the game, and just a little bit of contemporary, I guess, accents as well, like features. So yeah, that is what I really, really enjoy about this build. I really like how the shape came together. It's kind of rough building in the snow. I was excited about it at first, but later on I was like, okay, I literally can't see what I'm doing. I literally can't see what I'm doing for the roof. It's a little bit hard to like look at the build and see what's going on, if that makes sense. However, I do really like how it ended up looking. So this is a rental home. You could obviously go ahead and use it for a residential home. That is no problem whatsoever. It does have 2 bedrooms. You maybe want to make it a little bit more personalized if you do go ahead and use it as a residential lot for like family gameplay. But I think this is a really cool area for rental houses, of course, because this is literally right by like the ski lifts. Is that what you call it? I don't know. I have never gone skiing in my life ever. I don't know. But it's this like, it's just right there by the slopes basically. So yes, it's a really cool place for a rental. I think there's a rental here on this lot by default anyway. So I think this would be a cool replacement maybe. That being said, it's probably a little bit expensive because it's quite a detailed house. So it has a lot of stuff in it. So that makes the rental price quite high, which is a little sad, but that's okay. I was still fiddling around with the roofing because I couldn't figure it out, and I really wanted to kind of follow the house that I had, like the image. I couldn't follow the back perfectly because I didn't really have an image. I did have the floor plan, so shape-wise, I know what it needs to look like basically, but I didn't follow it exactly because I wanted to add some shape to the back of the house. So that's what I did. I created a little back porch as well with a nice like fireplace outdoors, so your Sims can hang out there. It's only very small. There's only like 2 chairs by the fireplace out there, but still really, really cozy. And we also have a dining table out there. I don't know why. Maybe it's nice. Maybe you want to sit in the cold. Maybe you want to have your hot cocoa outside, like sit at the dining table. I don't really know. That's definitely something your Sims could do, and I think it'd be really cute though. And then for landscaping, I didn't do a lot because obviously there is snow, which also makes it easier because you don't have to bother with terrain paint because this snow is literally never gonna melt. So there's no point in doing any terrain paint or pathways outside really. Pathways with tiles maybe, but I didn't try. And I think that's okay. But I did place some trees and whatnot, some like evergreen pine trees, like the very snowy ones from this pack. They just look so gorgeous. And then I did place some like rocks and low-lying bushes and like flowery bushes and stuff. But obviously this is like a permanent state of winter time. So all the bushes are pretty dead looking, which I think is okay. I really like how the snowy kind of dead plants look in this area. I think it's kind of cool. So I was feeling a little bit lost on the landscaping because I wasn't exactly sure what to do to make this look pretty. So I just pulled out, I just scrolled through debug basically and just pulled out all the plants from this pack to make it blend in with the world. And then I also combined it with some base game debug plants and stuff to make it look pretty. And I think it turned out nice. So this rental lot does have space for 5 Sims total. That is my cat's food dispenser. I'm sorry, you could probably hear that it was very loud. And if you hear some background noise, that is my cat eating. There is a huge part for my cat in this video, it turns out today, but that's okay. She eats very fast. She'll be done in literally like 30 seconds. But yes, so this house has room for 5 Sims total with 1 master bedroom with a double bed. So that could be for a couple. And then there is 1 bedroom with a bunk bed and then 1 additional like irregular bed, I guess. So that little room has space for 3 Sims, which is definitely a little bit cramped, but I did want to make the most of the space because I feel like it'd be cool. Like a lot of people or a lot of Sims families, I guess, have like 3 kids. So I don't know, it's nice to have like space for 5 Sims. And then if you really, really wanted to, I guess you could make that shared 3-person bedroom for 4 Sims total if you wanted to, because you could add in another bunk bed or a lofted bed basically, so that you could have 2 full bunk beds, which makes space for 4 Sims total, if that makes sense. So that is definitely something you could do, but it would be really, really cramped and maybe a little bit sad. So 5 Sims is perfect for this house. The house itself isn't that big either. It's quite like luxurious though. I feel like it turned out really, really nice. I would love to stay in a rental like this. It's nothing like too fancy, but it's very modern and it has this really, really nice couch, like this living area right when you walk through the front door. And then we have like a nice modern fireplace that looks really cool. So as you can see, it definitely has some hints of mid-century modern with that brick accent wall or like that stone accent wall. And then the fireplace as well looks very mid-century, and those chairs too, and the coffee table maybe a little bit, but then we have a very modern couch. So it's a little bit of a mix and match of different styles, I guess, that still really look nice together. And what I tried to do for the color scheme in here is I tried to make it feel snowy. I know that sounds really weird, but I decided to go for like some cool toned colors. You can see that I chose a very powdery gray color for the wallpaper combined with the brick on the accent wall, but then I did want to add some warmth, obviously, because I still wanted to make it look cozy and like kind of warm inside. So I did place I did use a very warm toned wood for the flooring as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. I tried to make it snowy, but I did add some like warm accents, if that makes sense. So that is what I did. And then I also placed the shoes off sign. So that is one of those signs where when your Sims walk into the house, they will take off their shoes and like walk on their socks through the house, if that makes sense. I really like that. I always forget that we have that like item in the game and I never use it. But for this house, I thought it'd be so cool. Like, please take off your wet, dirty snow boots, leave them at the door, please, and just walk through the house just wearing your socksies. And it also gives you a nice opportunity to actually think about what socks you want your Sims to wear. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm actually quite a big fan of socks. I know this is very off topic, but for December, so last month, I had my boyfriend fill an entire advent calendar for me with socks. So I now have 24 pairs of new socks, which is great. I really needed new socks and they're all really fun. Lots of socks with cats, basically. And then also some other socks, but mostly cats. Yeah. But I did actually open the advent calendar every day on stream. So yeah, those are the types of things I do on stream. So shameless plug, if you're interested in watching me build or play the 100 Baby Challenge or do other games on stream, make sure to go ahead and follow me on Twitch. I'll link my Twitch channel, obviously, down below, but it's basically just twitch.tv/simmarycontact. Simmary Sims. So yes, shameless plug, but yes, you can see the living room area come together. I was struggling with the floor plan a little bit because the living room situation is literally in the middle of the room. So I had a lot of space around the couch basically, which obviously you need for your Sims to route around. But it was feeling a little awkward and empty in a way. I wasn't quite sure what to do with it. So I just filled one corner with a nice lamp, like a standing mid-century type looking lamp, as well as a plant. And then I also, because I have that little sign with please take your shoes off, I felt like, okay, I need an area to store shoes. So that is why I placed some half like cabinets, basically some wall cabinets, kitchen cabinets underneath that window that you could see. And then I also manually placed some pillows on there to kind of make it look like it'd be extra seating maybe. And then I was thinking that you could store your shoes in there. I thought that that would be a cute idea and quite realistic as well, because I didn't have a lot of storage space in this little house, which makes no sense because you're here for a ski snowboarding vacation. So you probably have a lot of gear like snow boots and like suits and stuff that you probably maybe want to leave outside or hang out to dry somewhere, if that makes sense, and really thick jackets and everything. So you're probably going to leave that somewhere. Obviously in The Sims, that doesn't really matter, but it did bother me a little bit that I didn't have that much storage space in this house. So I tried to add it in where I could, for example, by using those or placing those cabinets under the window. And then later on, I also placed like a little coat hanger over the windows in the kitchen. It sounds weird, but you'll see it when we get to it. It is a little weird actually, but it makes sense still. Like a little area for stuff to dry and whatnot. And then here we have a nice dining room situation. Here I added in some green. I use a lot of Dream Home Decorator throughout this house as well, which I feel like goes hand in hand with some more like modern day, mid-century modern vibes, if that makes sense. So here's where I decided to add a little bit of green in the chairs. I wasn't exactly sure if I could get away with that because I wasn't really using any green anywhere else in the house. So I was very unsure about it, but my chat on Twitch told me that it looked fine and that it actually added some extra color, which was nice. So I decided to go with it. It's a very muted green though. I love this color green. I feel like it basically goes very easily with lots of different color schemes because it's green, but it's so muted that it kind of feels like a neutral, if that makes sense. I really love green though, so I might be a little biased. Green is literally my favorite color. So I might be a little biased. I will always find an excuse to make green work in any sort of interior. But for this one, I feel like particularly it works nicely. And then I also use this storage cabinet. I think, please educate me, but I think it's like supposed to be a tea storage type cabinet in the dining room. I'm not exactly sure what it's used for. Is it just to store tea? I'm really unsure. But I really, really like it. But if you have any more information on what type of cabinet that is supposed to be, please let me know because I'm interested. And then here we have a closed off kitchen that looks definitely more on the modern side of things. I was really unsure about which cabinets to use. I didn't really want to use the open shelving cabinets that came with the Snowy Escape pack because, well, like I said, they're open shelving and that's lots to clutter up, which is fun. But for a rental home, I feel like it's a little bit unrealistic and a little bit messy too. So maybe you want everything to be just as clean as possible and just nice and modern and sleek. So that is what I did for the kitchen. It needs to be mostly just practical and nice and just, light and bright. So that is kind of what I was going for with this one. I really like the combination of the tiles on the floor. I think those are from City Living, the warm tone tiles on the floor combined with the grayish blue powdery tiles on the wallpaper. Those are from Snowy Escape. I feel like that is a really, really pretty combination. And then especially combined with these base game countertops as well, I feel like it just makes sense. It really flows together quite nicely. And yes, we do have some bar stools, some bar counters. I did play test the build and sadly, for some reason, both those bar stools, neither of those bar stools are accessible. And I don't know why. Something is blocking it. I do not know why, or I do not know what, but my sim wasn't able to sit there. I didn't really manage to like fix that, or I didn't really bother to fiddle around with it too much because we have a 6-seater dining table, so I felt like we would be fine. It's actually quite nice because if you want to have a family dinner, they will for sure sit all down like at the dining table instead of at the bar counters. So I feel like it's actually nice that they're not functional. Might be a little bit of a cop out, but you could always just fiddle around with it, see if you can make it work. But I feel like my sim wasn't able to get there because of like the countertop itself or something like that. They're probably too close to the wall, which is strange because they only need like half a tile to be able to route. So usually this would be fine. I don't know why it isn't for this one, but it's okay. Maybe it works for you in your build. Either way, I feel like the kitchen turned out really cute. Like I said, with the clutter and everything, I didn't clutter it up too much because this is a rental, but I did want to leave some stuff out to make it look like people were actually actively renting this house right now, which is also why I decided to like place some clutter like glasses and magazines and just random little things. And then we also have these coat hangers that I just put up. You could see me place one of those coat hangers over the window, and then I ended up placing one with the mittens and stuff. I put that one outside, mostly because I just really didn't have any place for it on the inside of the house anymore. And then I was like, it kind of makes sense because maybe your mittens and stuff are really soaked from skiing and you want to just hang them out to dry outside. That probably makes no sense. Like I said, maybe a little bit of a cop out as well. But I was trying to like make the space work as nicely as possible. Also, my cat is back. She literally put her face in the cat cam this time. So yeah, we were laughing a lot on stream because obviously this is an edited version of the stream. This is not how fast I build in real life. Sadly, she's gone now, but it was so funny. I remember on the stream, she literally put her nose against the cat cam almost. And it was so funny. We were laughing hysterically. It was really funny. My cat just didn't care. She was just chilling. So that was really cute. But this is the first bedroom that we're doing. And this is the shared or double bedroom, like the master bedroom, basically, even though it's the exact same size as the other bedroom. So it's not any bigger or anything, but it does feel like a master because it has a double bed. And it has like this larger closet. And because I was thinking that people would be actively renting it right now, I placed some suitcases on top of the dresser. I thought that's just a cute little touch. And then we have some robes hanging, and I just decorated the room a little bit without cluttering it up too much or placing too many like personalized decorations and everything, because that just doesn't really make a lot of sense for a rental. But yeah, so here now we're moving on to the second bedroom, which is for 3 Sims. So I was fiddling around with the layout for the bunk beds and everything for a bit. I did cut out some of that because it took me a while to figure it out. For a long time, I was also trying to make it work with 2 bunk beds, which you can very, very easily do by just placing a lofted bed over the single bed on the left side of the room. It's very easy, but I never really like the look of putting a bunk bed by a window, like against a window, if that makes sense. It bothers me. So I decided not to do it, and I decided to make it for 3 Sims total, but it's a very easy fix. If you have a family of 6, then I feel like it's the easiest fix in the world. Just literally place a lofted bed over it and you're all good. And then they have a little dresser in the middle as well, and I placed some towels because obviously the rental comes with towels is what I was thinking. I mean, not obviously. Not all rentals do, but I was feeling like this one would be a little bit more luxury in that way, that it comes with towels, it comes with robes. So that is definitely what I was thinking. And then I was trying to fit in a desk in here, and then I decided to do a manual desk out of shelves because the desk wasn't really working out. I needed a 1-tile desk, and none of the 1-tile desks that we have in the game worked for this room. So I decided to go the modern way, and I created my own little desk out of shelves, which I feel like turned out really nice. I did playtest this. I placed a laptop, as you can see. I sized down a, what's it called? Island counter. I could have sized it down even more. Now that I'm thinking about it, I totally didn't think about it when I was building, but I could have sized it down even more with the tool mod and make it look invisible that way. But I decided to just size it down as much as I could without the tool mod, and then I covered it up with some boxes on the floor so that you can't see the countertop anymore, which I still feel like works nicely, but it would have been a better fix if I made it smaller using the tool mod. Oh well, I didn't think about that. I don't know why. And then I cluttered this little desk space up as well. Obviously the bar stool in the middle or like on the left side of the desk isn't functional, I scooted that one underneath the desk as much as possible to make the other one accessible. And it works. I did play test it, so it's nice. Everything is functional. And then I added a little mirror and some robes and everything. And I also was looking for a decoration on this wall because it was feeling a little bit empty. And I used this rug from the Fitness Stuff pack. I barely ever use it, but I used it twice in this build. It works really nicely. I used it underneath the dining table in a brown swatch, which I feel like just looks really, really classy. And then I use it again in the second bedroom, but just in a different swatch. And then here we have a very, very simply decorated bathroom, just a shower tub combo with a toilet next to it, and then a double sink. Because since this is a house that fits up to 5 Sims, I thought it'd be nice to have a double sink so that you could have a couple Sims brushing their teeth at the same time, if that makes sense. I thought that would be realistic. So that is what I did, and I did hang up some towels on the wall. I used the same tile combination in the bathroom as I did in the kitchen to make it look a little bit cohesive and make it all flow together quite naturally. So that's what I did. There is some clutter in the bathroom as well. And then I also went through and placed all of these heaters. I always forget that we have these heaters with this pack, but they're so cute and so realistic. So I made sure to place one in every single room. And then here we have this tiny little back porch with a fireplace. And I did fiddle around with the shape and size of it because it was a little bit too small. It was a really cute porch, but it was way too small. I don't know what I was thinking, but I couldn't fit anything on there. So I made it slightly bigger and moved the fireplace over to the side. And yeah, I just placed a couple of chairs from Seasons, as you can see, in a blue and brown swatch. I thought that would complement the house really nicely with the dark brown siding. And I also placed a dining table with some chairs, as you can see as well, so you can sit there, have your dinner outside in the snow, or just drink your hot cocoa or whatever it is that you want to do outside. You can do it, and I placed some lights and stuff. And then here I decided that I needed to put a outdoor bin somewhere, and I had the perfect little corner, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be accessible on the front porch, so I decided to place one in the back as well. So there is for sure one accessible outdoor bin, but that is basically it. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. Here we have the house in the game, and look who it is. We have Yama-chan saying hi. Oh my goodness, he is so cute. I love him. He is just here to say hello. I really, really appreciate it. But yes, so this is the exterior of the house. The shape of it is pretty simple. You can't really see anything because the roof is all snowy, but yeah, this is basically what it is. And then in the back, we have this little bump out with the back porch, with a fireplace, the dining table, and I also put a outdoor bin. It's very awkwardly placed right there, but let me show you. I placed one here as well, and with the plans and the chair and stuff, I wasn't sure if it was going to be accessible, so I placed one in the back just to be sure. But yes, here we have the front porch. I really like how this came out with the flower boxes and stuff. I think it just looks really cute. So here's a place to store your skis, your snowboards, sit down for a second to take stuff off. I don't really know how this works. And then here we have the front door leading you into the house. So you basically walk straight into the living room. We have a sign above the door, so your Sims will be taking off their shoes, which I thought was really cute, and then they could store them in here is what I was thinking. So we have a nice entryway situation with some clutter and a mirror and stuff. But then over here we have the cozy living room area with a fireplace, a TV, and lots of space to route around here. And then we also have a bookcase for some extra activities. And then here we have these bifold glass doors leading into the dining room and then the kitchen. I love how this dining room came out. I feel like the green just adds that little bit of extra color, which it really needs. It's really basic. We do have these sliding doors leading onto the back porch as well. And then through here we have the kitchen. It looks like that is where my Sim is hanging out for now. We do have a tea maker because I felt like that would only make sense. I really love this back wall with the plant, the heater, and then this coat rack. For some reason, it really brings me so much joy. And then for the rest, we just have this very simple kitchen, but I really like how it came out with the decorations. So yeah, there's that. Then behind the couch, we have this archway leading into a tiny hallway that leads you into the bedrooms. This is the master bedroom. I love the color scheme. The cool toned blue combined with the powdery pink, like tan type of color for the wallpaper. I feel like it's a really nice combination of colors. So just your regular double bed, and then they have this nice wardrobe situation and a chair next to it. In the middle here, we have the bathroom. So for 5 Sims, 1 bathroom might be a bit of a struggle, but that is just how it is. It's a small house and they're just gonna have to make do. They do have a nice double sink, so that's also nice. And then here we have the other bedroom. So this one has space for 3 Sims total. It still feels very cozy to me. I feel like 3 siblings sharing a bedroom on vacation, that is going to be so cozy, also chaotic, but also cozy. And then here we have a nice workspace for if you need to get some work done. It looks like the people staying here right now did bring their laptop, so maybe they need to, I don't know, get some work done for some reason. But that is basically it for this house. So this snowy rental is up on the gallery. Thank you, Sims, for this beautiful tree in my screenshot. It's just great, but I guess that's okay. So this rental as a residential comes in at just under 57,000 simoleons, so it's pretty expensive. I don't really know what the rental price would be. It's probably going to be a little bit expensive though, but that's okay. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and I built it on a 30 by 20 in the snowy area of Mount Komorebi. So if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that is going to do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram as well as on TikTok. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.